Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only Member Zone.
And this is your boy Breaking News.
And this is So Soft With It Podcast.
So glad that I'm old fashioned now. Deep everything people doing.
What's up, YouTube? And welcome back to the So Soft With It Podcast, episode number 28. And if you can hear the sound of my voice, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Soft With It ENT. And if you want to catch us each and every week, be sure to hit that bell so you get a notification each time we go up.
For sure. Also, make sure you follow and like our page on Facebook. That says Soft With It Entertainment and Productions. Also, make sure you follow our page on Instagram. That says Soft With It.
Yes, sir. And once again, we got the fellas in the building. Fellas, y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Yo, what's up, man? This your boy Rock over here at Off the Rock Podcast, and you can follow us at Off the Rock Pod on all of your social media. You can listen to us every first and third Sunday here on Contentville on Inspire You on Air, the new beat of the Bay, and you can also be a G and send us a mail at offtherockpod@gmail.com.
For sure.
Every first and third Sunday, man. Y'all heard it. Off the Rock Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all get at them. Who else we got down here?
Yo, what's good? It's Ronaldo with Blue Stoic Media. You can follow me on Instagram at blue.stoic and on Facebook at Blue Stoic Media. Y'all know y'all need them pictures taken. Get at me.
Y'all heard the man, new photographer in
yeah.
the city. Y'all better get at this boy. All right, then. How y'all feeling?
Hey, man, I'm feeling great, man.
That's great.
It's a great day. And, you know, every day you wake up and you can get back at it again. I'm trying to tell you, man, you gotta put it together. You gotta have a great perspective on life. I feel great.
Right,
Yeah.
Man, it's another thing that's been going around too, man. It's been goddamn hot.
You ain't lying.
That's what
That's
it's been.
cool and all, but it's hot outside. man.
Round of applause for that
Hell,
motherfucker,
boy.
It's hot
Taking
outside.
all my energy.
Look, the sun get all the credit right now.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, man, how you feeling, members?
Fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Living another day, making this shit happen. Another episode here on So Soft With It Podcast.
Yeah, and we appreciate all of y'all for tuning in for the So Soft With It Podcast, episode number 28. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, we're going to be jumping into the very first topic. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back after this. All right, guys, and we are back. And up next, we got topic number 1.
Let's go.
Let's see. We got to start it off nice. How do you feel about weave and natural hair?
Oh, that's a good topic.
How do you feel about weave and natural hair?
Making the black women angry that early in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to start it off by saying I got to do the round of applause before we even get into it. Natural hair, 100%.
Okay, then.
All right, that's all I got to say right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man,
definitely.
everybody that know me, if you know me, you know every girl you see me with, they be either bald head or they got some locks. So y'all know what I like.
Yeah, man, like
Yeah.
natural hair.
Hey,
Natural hair.
hey, that turn me on.
Hey,
Make me all mushy inside.
I feel
I
that
just
shit.
like when a woman can just,
I
you know what I'm saying,
Flourish.
she has what she has and she uses that to the maximum level. You know, it's not, oh, let me go grab this, let me get this, put this on. Not that I'm saying I'm gonna have a problem with that, but it's just women that do it, you know, I don't know, sometimes I feel like they're not as confident as women who just wear their natural hair. Even though I know women be like, oh, it's just too much to keep up with natural and all that stuff. And I'm just like, hey, if you want it, you want it. And you'll do it, you wouldn't complain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just think women look better with natural hair. That's just me.
I
That's real.
definitely.
That's just me.
I
That's
feel
real
you.
shit.
Me, I'ma say like the political answer here. As long as whichever one you do it for you and not for the validity of anybody else, I'm cool with it. As long as you do it for you. If you ask me my personal preference, though, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
natural, just because in my eyes, I feel as if you are a natural person, that you are a little bit more self-aware of who you are and want to make sure that people see you for you. That's just something that I see. But I'm not going to discriminate against a woman who wants to have the means to be able to pay for weave and keep their upkeep and everything together. That's cool. But just if you know you out here janky, natural and with the weave, you got to do something about it.
True.
That's all I got on it.
Yeah, man, that
Yeah.
natural hair, it just, like you said, man, it's just like that natural beauty, like, it's just so awing to the eye, like, you know, especially like when she can feel confident with that natural hair.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, ain't throwing no shame towards weave at all, because I understand, like, some women probably wear weed just for like certain looks. You know what I mean? They're trying to go for a certain look. Some women hair can't grow as long. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So they
health
want to get
issues.
that hair just to try to probably help it grow or something like that. So but like you got those looks that certain women try to get. They probably want to have their hair real long, so they natural hair ain't going as long as like touching the lower part of their back. I don't know what's the big hype about women liking that long hair going down. Maybe just to throw it all back.
I don't get
I don't know, but yeah, like the fact that they try to go for those certain looks, those certain images. Like sometimes they get those braids. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it just be for the like they said, it just make them feel good. It's for them. But
Yeah.
sometimes I be feeling like it could be a thing where it could be like an influence too as well, that they probably just doing it because they think like maybe somebody else, or maybe not even somebody else, but maybe they think other people will think that they look nice with it or something like that. That's like maybe some people that's deciding to like, oh shoot, I'm gonna get braids because everybody telling me to get braids now. Maybe I'll look better with braids or something like that. I don't know. Just different things, natures and like.
Trying to get expensive though, man.
Yeah, it can. Like just trying to like keep up with it. If that's what they trying to do. But
It reminds me of like the embarrassment of riches situation. It's like back in the day, people would have like this over amount of just things in order to show people or to validate like who they are. So certain people would have these just unnecessary items. Like you've seen it, like people with like 1,000 chains on. For what reason? Like, who are you trying to prove you are to who? Like, why are you doing this? So maybe in some, essence of it, some women could have those crazy long features of hair behind their back to show people that I'm not broke. I am that chick. This and that. Meanwhile, you kind of look like you a high school band or like a band drum major with the whole thing on your back, or you supposed to have a saddle on your neck and they supposed to ride you through parades. I don't know.
Shit.
It ain't my preference, but I mean, they ain't doing it for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They do it for them. If they love it, if you like it, I love it. I ain't got to be with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I put it.
I feel you.
Yeah, man, it's definitely. I definitely. I mean, I could say that I like both. I mean, I'm cool with weed. I mean, because they got their own reasons and shit. Just like we have our own reasons for doing shit. But of course, I'ma love natural for sure. Like love a black woman with either afro or even their hair long ass natural hair. Like
Especially big afros.
yeah, if it's
Whoa.
don't throw some gold hoops on with
Look,
it.
don't let it be curly.
Hey, you can't tell me no. When I come approach you can't tell me no.
Like big to the point where they covering the ears up. Only thing you see is the face and the mouth and the nose. All that, just
you
right
know what's
here.
crazy? I be feeling like them women be fake. Like you wouldn't run into that in
man.
Mobile, bro.
Wouldn't,
Like,
you wouldn't.
You ain't finna see that.
I feel like you got to play the intro when you see something like that. Like a girl with the hoops and the afro, you got to play the intro.
Yeah.
Man, got to.
Yeah.
That's real. I say that's real self-love, like a motherfucker. Like some women will kill their own hair, bleach their hair, and all of that just so they could fit a certain image. Somebody who they look up to. It's some of us be really having some identity issues, like
It's true.
really living through other people, idolizing other people, or even not knowing how you supposed to be, not even knowing themselves. So
Yeah.
Especially
that
when they
shit
be
be
messing
deep.
up their skin.
Yeah.
They be doing bleaching their skin and stuff like that. I be like, bro, it ain't worth it, bro.
what?
It's not worth it.
That's like all the
bro.
celebrities you be seeing when they had the comparisons when they be like how they look now versus how they used to look in the 90s and shit. Yeah.
I think it goes too, though. I think this is a perfect time to advocate for African Americans and people who look like us to go get therapy. Like it's so shamed on in our communities for people who get therapy. People be thinking therapy is the equivalent of me going to talk to my friend, and it's not. Like people talk to therapists because therapists have went to school to have the techniques and the things to help you learn who you are. How you going to somebody else who don't know who they are to help you know who you are is like it's nothing but a rabbit hole, and you're never gonna get out.
Technical difficulties.
But what's the second biggest thing I think we would need after therapy?
What's that?
I think it'd be mentorship.
Yep.
Like, because a lot of people in our communities don't really have mentors, and they really think they don't need them, but they really do. And the mentors we do have, which, you know, sometimes we call the OGs or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not really the real OGs that we used to have back in the day. The ones who used to make sure you stay off the block, the ones make sure you go to school, the ones make sure you got money in your pocket, first of all, so you ain't out here kicking in doors and stuff. So all of them dead and gone or just staying in the house because they scared of everybody, you know, shooting up stuff. Everybody got a gun. Everybody ain't nobody scared to shoot. So then you got that problem. But I think if we had a lot of mentors and stuff, a lot of the right guidance, you know, like imagine you being at the house and you got somebody watching your kids 24/7 because in your neighborhood it's a lot of people that's saying, hey, you don't need to be doing this, and they have the authority to do that. You know, cause you got a lot of kids nowadays. Oh, you're not my dad, you're not my mom.
Don't listen to nobody.
But back in the day, everybody was your mom and your daddy.
That's true.
Everybody was able to tell you, hey, don't do that. Hey, go do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's just off authority because they have more experience than you. But yeah, I think mentorship is important, but nobody like to talk about that. Really.
That's real. The saying goes is like it takes a village. And
That's
Hell
facts.
yeah.
Facts.
so it takes
Big
a village. We need that on the streets.
Yeah.
You know, and just everywhere. Because, like, the therapy side would be just, as you know, like how you go to school and some people learn by textbooks and some people learn by seeing it.
Yeah.
I mean, those OGs are you seeing it.
Yeah.
The therapists are you the textbook version of what to do. You know, but these people are people on the block that lived it as well, so they can show you what it looks like in real time.
Right.
It just all goes to you don't really know what it is while you in it. Sometimes you got to take yourself away from it for you to see it. So to be in therapy is a way for you to take yourself out of this realm so you can see it from somebody who's trusted to tell you about it. And the OGs are the people to show you what it looks like while you in it. You know, but all of this wraps around is just self-validity, and people can see that, you know, just with the hair situation. Some people just do it for either, you know, validation of others or just because they don't know themselves and they feel like this is a quick fix to make me feel some type of way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. This shit deep. But I mean, oh man, I do wish it'd be, you know, we got a bunch of natural women that love their natural hair, but they also, those the ones who have a reason for why they put it in their hair, either to help it grow or because they don't feel like dealing with all their hair. But the ones who just really have that self-hate for themselves, to not feel like when they have natural hair they're ugly and shit like that should be fucking with me.
But you wanna know what's crazy though?
What?
Sometimes it don't even be them. Sometimes it be their parents or their mama and stuff telling them like,
Yeah.
when you gonna get your hair did? Hey, you need
Real
to
shit.
boom boom. So,
Or their friends, goddamn.
yeah, that's fact.
Yeah. Damn,
culture.
that's
Oh,
crazy.
you need to get that. You need to go get that Hawaiian or whatever the hell that shit called.
Nigga
Call
said
that
Hawaiian.
Brazilian.
Human hair.
Hawaiian. Nigga, I ain't never heard of that.
Wet and wavy.
Shit, with
Yeah,
wavy.
But I say, you need that 40-inch in the pack.
All right, guys, and that was topic number 1, man. How do you feel about weave and natural hair? Leave all of them comments in the comment section down below. And up next, we're going to be jumping into topic number 2. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back after this. All right, guys, and we are back. And up next, we got topic number 2 coming up with
Rock.
Rock. I was going to say off the rock.
Hey, man, it works. Oh, this is a good one. What is your definition of a real man? What is your definition of a real man?
No.
Y'all want me to go first? Or
We can
y'all-
let our guests go first.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
By all means.
You want to go first? What is your
When you say real man, because you know they got this thing going around of like a real woman and real man, but not so much as what you do and say, but more so like gender stuff. Like,
Oh,
because you know it's not more so about your actions. Sometimes they might be talking about like what makes a real man genetically.
I get where you going.
So it's like which side of
I guess we was referring to like
your actions and
Yeah, like
okay,
the
okay,
actions.
okay.
Yeah.
because I mean that's how society looks at it anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we try to relate to how we all really be communicating sometimes, and the way we put our own definitions and shit together.
Mhm.
A lot of times that's how you reach out to people and you grasp their attention and their ears
Mm.
by communicating the way they all communicate. What society? And what,
Right.
You're giving a generalization of
Yeah.
what's the definition of a real
Well, I know everybody raised their household differently, but
Yeah.
I would say kind of more so on my side.
Okay.
I'm not forcing my view on nobody or nothing like that, but it's more so stand by your word. Being punctual on time. I don't really be caring about how you dress and how you look and stuff, because somebody could look a certain way and be totally different when they start talking, or when they start presenting themselves and stuff like that. Because like me, I have like an experiment that I got going on right now. Don't nobody know about it, but I got tattoos. I got some 12s in my truck. Like, I pull up banging everywhere, be acting a little ghetto or something like that. Well, that's what people perceive me as. But once I start talking, or once I start handling business and stuff, you can kind of look at people's face and they kind of be like, dang, I was not expecting that. Because they see certain things and they just automatically start assuming stuff. But sometimes that's not what it is. Because you can see a dude with locks and tattoos and sagging and stuff, and you automatically like, oh, he the downfall of the culture. But
true.
you know nothing about him though. Like, you don't know what he do for the community. You don't know what he do for the kids. You don't know what he do out in the world. He could be out here preaching the gospel.
Yeah.
But he just looked like that, so you can't really judge somebody based off of looks in that aspect. But yeah, as a real man, I would just say more so just making sure you standing by your word.
Yeah.
Taking care of your family as best you can.
Yeah.
Go get help. Like what you were saying earlier with therapy and stuff, because a lot of men need that, but they feel like as a real man, you don't supposed to talk about your feelings and stuff like that. But open up more, because a lot of dudes don't like being used by women, so sometimes they don't open up and say how they feel and stuff like that. But if you ask me, I say that's how you weed real women out.
Yeah.
Because if you open up to women and they use it against you, get out of there. But if the ones that don't, you keep them. Because a lot of dudes, like, if you think about it, women are going to do it regardless. If they going to do something, they going to do it regardless. So why not just go ahead and let her do it in the beginning so you can go and get up out of there?
Yeah, I'm following you.
But the ones that not going to do it, it takes time to see that they're not going to do it. So it really takes time. So it's better to do it in the beginning.
Yeah.
And because some women aren't mature enough to say, I want to sit and listen to my man's feelings, what he's dealing with, and not call him a crybaby and stuff like that. Some women are not mature enough to see it in that aspect.
Yeah.
But sometimes older women, it's typically older women, they look at it and they be like, okay, let me help him with what he's going through, because that will be able to help our family. The stronger he is, the stronger we are together.
Right.
Yeah, I be thinking that people be
Real shit.
having expectations and perceptions on people who haven't lived life, because most of the time when it comes to some of these women who, some of these men who be trying to date these younger women and get them to put them in positions that they not yet qualified for, you're gonna get mistakes. You're gonna get these actions. Not everyone was raised in a household where a wife was actually a wife. Some of them they had single mothers who just figuring it out.
Yeah.
They didn't have parents who showed them the way and things like that. And you gotta also be able to lead with love, and things. Just have a certain level of forgiveness for it. I'm not telling you to stand for anything, but I'm just saying, like, you also gotta kind of give leeway, because a lot of people, like I said earlier, they be wanting people to come healed, and being healed ain't linear, And so I mean, you gotta also have that perception when it comes to just people in general. But my idea of a real man is, like you said, a man who stands on his principles and his morals, a man who also provides, not modern day slavery provide, where you give untraditional woman traditional things. I don't think you should do that. But honestly, just a pro tip, from me, when it comes to relationships, women, I wouldn't want somebody to provide everything for me, because I have no leverage in a relationship if I do that. That's just my opinion. I feel as if you should want to do something, but
Yeah.
going back to being a core man, another man who also acknowledges feelings but doesn't let his feelings cause a reaction up out of him. He acknowledges them. He knows that they're there, but he still makes, decisive decisions also without them as well. Also, a man who leads with love, because, when you do lead with love, you give grace, but you also have this level of discipline to be able to decipher when it needs to be used.
Yeah.
So, just being a man is all of that, but also being able to acknowledge his faults and have a level of humility as well.
Yeah.
I think that's a starter package to being a great man.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of that a little bit, for like the men out there, sometimes providing for your family ain't just like going to work, making money, paying the bills. Sometimes y'all got to think about life insurance and getting certain policies and 401k, retirement stuff. Because think about when you get hurt, you still got to have money coming in to provide for that same family.
Yeah.
And if you die, you got to make sure they taken care of, because in a certain aspect, you're the only one that's responsible for your family. Nobody, the way I think about it, nobody else is going to take care of my family but me. So I have to make sure on my end that they taken care of, and not trying when I'm dead, hoping that their grandma or my mama come pitch in and do this and that. I want to make sure that they're going to be established when I leave, and then whatever else after that is extra.
And leadership too. Like that's another thing you have to provide.
I was just about to go in that direction with
Yeah.
like leadership. I was like, as a real man, we definitely got to set the tone. Like when it comes down to it, like and have some type of leadership within it. Like not saying like we got to be the best leader in the world, but at least have some type of direction. You know what I mean? Like have some at least a vision. You know what I mean? You got a vision. The woman can probably work with that.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be the head and the woman's supposed to be the body when it comes to religious values. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if my head is winning, my body's winning too. Like whenever I receive blessings, my head is not the only thing that receives the blessing. My body does too. Yeah. So with man and woman working together, we're both going to win. But my body has the ability to push things away. You know what I'm saying? So I can keep people at an arm's length distance, right, if I'm using my arm, which is a part of my body. Right? So that's my woman. My woman is also a protector as well as me, too, because we're working together. But me being the head, being the leader, it's not me not consulting with my body, because when you're sick, you're listening to your body. But it's telling your head you need to go get checked. But your head makes the move to go do it. Yeah. And it takes your body along with it. So you have to be able to lead in order for the relationship to work. And women and men need to be able to have a level of submissiveness for a relationship to work too.
Yeah.
That's
real. That's real.
I ain't even got shit. I ain't got shit, man. They both just
on point.
Yeah, they was on point with that one.
For sure, man.
Definitely, man. Shit, yo, real man. Shit, saying the same damn thing they just said. But yeah, definitely provide. I'm big on leadership. Big on that. Like, not to say that, and then you can still be a leader without having to let everybody know what you're doing. Like, if you're really doing everything the way it should be, as a proper leader, but also being willing to understand the people that you are leading. It's like, shit, things naturally happen. It's gonna go the way it should go.
Yeah.
So yeah, big on leadership, big on the wisdom, because of when you're going through things, you learn from those things in order to help you and your future, as well as learning from other people's mistakes or their actions as well. So yeah, I definitely believe that shit is very beneficial. I like to take, if I'm leading anything, I like to take what I learned and bring it back.
That's real.
If I feel like it's gonna help the village to get us in a better spot or whatever, hell yeah. And I feel like that's just your job as a leader. Yeah. But yeah, it's like what you were saying as far as without having to let everybody know like what you do and all of that. You don't want to go on no power trip and shit like that. But some men definitely do that, especially the ones that feel like they're supposed to be in that position. So, but yeah, man, shit, definitely, like everything y'all said, man, y'all worded that shit perfectly. And, it don't get no better than that.
Just know when being a leader, though, you need to know how to delegate. I think that's a big part, too. Yeah. You don't always have to be the hands-on person with being a leader. If you are that way, you're going to get burned out quick. Yeah, your product is never going to be the way you want it to be if you have to feel like you just got to put your hands on every single thing. That'll cause a whole chaotic situation within your house, home, or in your business if you're not able to let the people who are a part of your tribe do the things that they need to do. It frees you up in order to be able to lead in other directions. but also the leader got to be able to take direction, especially from the people who have a better sense or a better grasp on whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
You know, that's another part of like just leadership. That's another quality man or woman should have, to be honest.
Keeping that structure together for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Got to.
Yeah, definitely. All right, man. And that was topic number 2. You want to read that question one more time for me, Rob?
All right. And the question was, what is your definition of a real man?
What is your definition of a real man? Leave all them comments in the comment section down below. And up next, we're going to be jumping into the scenario question of the day following into the break. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back after this. All right, guys, and we are back. And up next, we got the scenario question of the day. So, scenario question. Would you rather have a child every year for 20 years or have never had no kids at all?
Oh, this is easy.
Would you rather have a child each year for 20 years or never have no kids at all?
This is easy.
Wow.
And we're going to leave you guys to think about that. We're going to jump into this break. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Hey.
This shit cold ice.
Think I might move to Houston, this shit feeling like the bay. Cause I can drop a check and this gon' clap the same day. I ain't even have a chase, so I'ma fuck with BOA. Niggas start fucking with truers and they thought they had a play, but it's gon' end though. Always smoking Zom, hanging out, he smoking Endo. Can't tell you where I got it, no, I caught it from my kinfolk. Last man standing, bitches quarter brick of nuts. All I ever had to do was go and press a button. More time for the H-time, I call it vibe. I'm chillin' and I'm mackin' with a pretty one, it's time.
Check it out, the prince has arrived now. Lift your head, there's no need to bow down. Got some things that's been on my mind. I got plenty of time to let that shit be known. Real ass brother, not too many of us left. Don't need designer on my belt for me to look nice, for me to be here, for me to hit my 2-step. All my niggas falling off, not too many crew left. Telling niggas right, but they decide to go left. Left-handed, but my right hand, man, to knock a nigga smooth out. Matter of fact, pull up at smooth house, pull them trees out. 2 or 3 and then we back out to my boo house. Strip her down and blow her back out.
What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the So Soft With It podcast. It's your boy Breaking News.
This is the one and only member Zone.
And this is the So Soft With It podcast, episode number 28. And we got the fellas in the building. Y'all want to introduce yourselves one more time?
Yo, what's up, man? This your boy Rock over here from Off the Rock Podcast, man. You can follow us at Off the Rock Pod. You can also be a G and send us some mail on offtherockpod@gmail.com. And you can also listen to us every first and third Sunday on Contentville on Inspire You on Air, the new beat of the Bay.
Off the Rock. Get at the man. Who else we got down here?
Yo, it's Ronaldo with Blue Stoic. Y'all gonna have to book a photo shoot or a video shoot. It really don't matter to me. Just book it. Book it.
For sure.
Book it. Y'all heard the man.
Right now.
Not right now. I'm doing a podcast.
In a
And
few minutes.
we left off on that scenario question, man. I'm going to read that question one more time. So, would you rather have a child every year for 20 years or never have no kids at all?
Oh, this is easy.
If I could afford it, I want a kid every year. Like, what hurt is that doing for you aside from y'all being a little stressed out? But
A little stressed out?
just a little bit.
20 kids, bro?
Bro, hire some babysitters, man.
Bruh, your kids are going to be like AT&T bars in your house.
Like, AT&T.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a lot of, like, clothes to keep up with. That's a lot of baths to be taken.
Nigga,
That's a lot
what?
of food to pack for lunch.
Every
Hey.
year you got a newborn.
That's
But-
20,
But
boy.
if you got a village,
You gonna need one.
you definitely
Bro, you
It
going
happen.
a village?
You got a village.
City, my
You-
man.
Not
what?
not a tribe, a village.
Nah,
Goddamn.
Bro, you gonna need a state.
Hey,
That's when that shit really gonna kick in
Like,
and
think
take a
about it
village
with
to
20
raise a child.
with 20 kids, you would literally need like a mansion
Yeah.
because like a regular house is like 4 bedrooms at the most.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like you
Yeah.
you can't do nothing with a 5 bedroom. You can't do nothing with a 6
Man.
bedroom unless you just bunk bed everything. But like that's a lot of kids, bro.
Yeah.
And that's not no space, bro.
think
Yeah.
about at
That's a
one,
lot of dressers. That's a lot of socks.
You're gonna have to work harder.
at one point in your life, you will have 20 toddlers running around your crib.
Well, nah, because
20.
and one gonna be one.
I know. I'm saying like.
Yeah,
That's a
real
good math.
shit, real shit.
That's a big gap, though.
So think about that. Think about when they get older, that help gonna come in.
I was just finna
You
say,
know what I'm
I
saying?
just thought about
Yeah,
bro.
that's what we do.
Each kid that was born like before the other one is taking care of the other one, bro. Like, cause when you got a 17-year-old,
Oh hell no.
bro, you got like
Hell
five.
No,
nah.
no.
You got like 5 or 6 teenagers at
Ronaldo
one
got it.
time.
Nah.
Ronaldo
bro.
got it.
You got like 5
If
or
it's
6
a year though,
teenagers.
I don't see them
Nah.
being able to take care of each other if they that close.
No, I'm
Nah,
saying,
think
but think about it. At one
I
point,
get
you're
what
gonna
you're
have
saying.
5 teenagers. No, you're gonna have
When
like 6.
Think about when the first one get to 10. When the first one get to 10, it's like they fall back on that newborn now.
Yeah, but
Bro,
think
it's not
about
their job to raise your kids.
I know that. I'm just saying though. No.
bro.
Nah, it's
It's just
your ass.
it's the fact
for
that
I
the
hear
help-
rabbit fucking.
The help
Yeah,
that can come in
yeah.
that 10-year-old can change a diaper. You know what I mean? Like that's
I get that, but
the 9-year-old can change a diaper.
Bro, at one point,
I don't know.
you're
The
gonna have
8-year-old
a
can take out the
20
trash.
You're gonna have a 20-year-old,
The 7-year-old can sweep.
a 13-year-old.
just give me.
That's like 6. That's 7. That's 7 kids that can watch all the other little kids. So when you got to go to work and pay for all these little kids that you just made,
Talk.
they can be changing Pampers. They can be cooking. They can be washing clothes. They can help their mama out. You know, cause mama probably got to help too.
Bro, who gonna help them with all this homework?
Oh, what homework? They probably, bro. Most of them,
Bro, they can help each other.
They close,
Bro,
bro.
yeah.
Oh, bro, I just took
All
the
I
class
see,
last year.
all I hear is parenting
Bro
being
just took the same class
delegated
last year,
to kids.
They all going
This
to the
is
same.
your
I
rabbit
took Miss
fucking
Sanders
problem.
last year. Miss Sanders easy.
Miss Sanders easy, bro. All you gotta do, bro. I saved all my homework for you. I saved all my work.
Look at that. I
They
had
ain't even got the same
worksheet.
teachers.
Bro ain't even gotta work hard, bro. He already got all the answers from his brother.
Look,
Like,
man, nah, hell no. Y'all got it. I'm never having kids. I will be looking to do your taxes though.
Man.
Hey, as soon as it's tax time,
money,
I'm
bro.
gonna be looking to be your #1 tax filing agent. But 20 kids,
Yeah,
y'all got it. Yeah, I'm not finna sponsor 2 football teams at the same time at home, man.
hey, you could really make some. Like if you build a company, think about it. Like how many kids you have working for your company?
Talking about nepotism, pretty much.
I'm just saying, like
Anything.
Pretty
like,
much.
yeah, anything, bro.
Hell, I'm trying to
Every
be a
kid
damn.
ain't the same. You know it's gonna be some kids that the spectrum ain't the same for some of these kids.
What I'm saying is, bro, you got 20 kids.
Okay.
A lot of times when you have kids and you have your own business, a lot of times they don't want to pursue the business that you made. They
Yeah.
might do it out of pressure, but a lot of times they don't want that. I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. I understand you love doing plumbing and stuff. I don't want to do that. But if you got 20 kids, somebody gonna want to follow behind you.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
gonna keep it going.
Yeah,
So-
a lot on, a good bit on.
Collab, all that shit.
If you
Yeah.
proud, if you a
bro.
great dad, great
Little
leader,
things.
your
Right-
kids
right
gonna
there,
want to
yeah.
do it.
Bro.
They gonna want to do what dad.
They gonna be like they gonna want to follow that line. 'Cause they gonna be like, damn, dad looks so cool when he do it. Like he like he happy when he do it. I
Yeah.
want to do that too. I want to be a part of the team. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help the business
They
out.
gonna have some misfits.
Next thing you know, daddy gonna be like, I'm gonna pass the business down to you, son. Now I'm owning the business. You know, now little brother with me. He the assistant. You know, it's just gonna keep going. Not family. Revelation.
Little
Nah,
James
it's
got
A literal family business, goddamn.
Literal.
Nah,
If
for
it
real,
work out like that.
every employee is
the
literally
family,
a
like-
family member. Like,
that is not a good idea.
nah, but they all understand each other.
If everybody, I feel like if everybody talk the same, yeah. Like say for example, if you got all them kids and you teaching everybody the way they should go, if they proud of their parents and you ain't, and you got the discipline and all of that type of shit mixed with the love, you know, you gonna have trust. And a lot of them gonna look up to you.
He said
A lot of them gonna follow you. They
That's
gonna
a lot of
follow.
kids, bro.
Hey,
That's
they
what
may
I'm
not
trying
look
to
at
tell
you,
you.
but they see the hype. Like, damn, they happy about daddy, man. Fuck, let me see what this nigga talking about.
Every family got some dysfunction, bro.
Nah, for real.
I'm just gonna keep
Yeah,
it a buck.
I
feel
can,
you.
Y'all, if the world worked like how y'all talking right now, it'd be a lot of rich motherfuckers out here.
Well, I mean,
no,
it's
like I said, bro, you have a lot of kids that don't want to follow behind their parents as far as with the
That is
business. But
true.
when you got 20, bro, somebody gonna want to follow you,
Lil James and your clique gonna start a So North With It podcast.
bro. Nah,
Now you out here, you looking with the smug face on because you south, north. He didn't want to follow in your footsteps.
I mean, that's cool. That's just an
and
addition
I'll be
to
the
the
one to
family.
be like, let's throw a twist on it. The so north with it gonna be for the teenagers. It's gonna be for y'all.
Yeah.
So south with it gonna be for them grown folk. You know what I mean?
I mean, I know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna.
I ain't getting
I wouldn't. I'm like. I don't expect my child to follow behind me, but if they want to, hell yeah, I'm happy for you. Let me go and put you on game.
Yeah.
But as long as you bringing money into the family and we all elevating, hell, as long as what you're doing makes sense, literally. If
Yeah,
you're making
yeah.
money and it's gonna help the family build,
You know what I just
shit.
thought about?
What was
Hey,
that?
Bro, you know what I just thought about?
what's
Bro,
that?
How many cars you gotta buy?
Woo.
Like,
Cars.
bro, if
Hold
they all
up,
doing
hell.
like different
Shit.
sports and shit, bro, you gotta buy like,
Bruh, you in the nanny business now, bro.
bro, 20 kids.
Nanny business.
Think about it,
Man,
man.
bummer.
Think about
How
it.
many
I
kids
keep
do
it
you
in the
have in
family.
high
Goddamn, I'm
school
definitely gonna have to
at
have a
one
village.
time?
Nanny
They ain't gonna
business.
ride the bus.
Bruh, half
Alright,
the
they
school
gonna ride
gonna
the
be
bus.
your family. Like the population of the school
That
gonna
man
be
funny
you.
as fuck.
Nah, like especially you go
20
to small
kids.
But look
school.
though, but think about how hard that shit'll be though. All their ass graduate.
Hell nah. You know how
Oh,
many
yeah.
graduating
Graduation
fees
rate,
you
yeah.
gotta pay?
Imagine if they at daycare or some shit like that. You gotta account for every last one on. Goddamn, you gotta make sure you got
After school, kids,
all 12 to 15 kids.
Running around that
If you
bitch
missing
like
one,
roaches.
you panicking. Like that shit gonna be crazy.
How you even know if you miss one, bro? You gotta you gotta pull up with 2 cars just to pick your kids up.
Bro, you
But
gotta
they gotta
put
pull up with
luggage.
2
You
cars.
gotta pull up with two big SUVs, bro, just
Yeah.
to pick your
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
up.
like the
Just-
Secret Service.
But
though.
there's the Rocker family
Pull up
again.
with that
Too
limo.
big.
Got
Yeah,
that.
hey,
But-
that's hard though, nigga. You got an army. I'm big.
That's what I'm
on
saying.
armies,
Like shit like that.
I mean, if they organize.
Shit, you fight one of us, you gotta fight all of us.
I feel like if you organize and you just raise your kids under a certain structure, they may grow their wings to do something else, but they still gonna have the structure you taught them. They just gonna apply it in their own way.
I mean, it's not a bad thing for your kids to go a different way than you, because if they all go and do their own thing and we still we could have a family entertainment business.
Yeah.
Somebody doing photography, somebody doing sound and stages,
Yeah.
somebody doing, you know what I'm saying? You could have a whole business.
Find your
Yeah.
Find your niche, and then everybody just come back and we could build something together.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, but in the realm of reality, that shit is just far stretched and far
Nah,
few
you just
between.
thinking about the stress of 20 kids.
You thinking about
That's
the
not
negatives,
thinking
man.
about it.
He's
Yeah,
Hey
like-
man,
he's
I'm
just
being
like, fuck
I'm
that
being
shit.
completely real. I'm not going against what y'all say, because that could very well work in the perfect society.
In the perfect world.
But I just know my ass would be bald if I had 20 kids. Just
Yeah.
go keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? I would be bald. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not having no kids. I'm just going to be on that side of the rim.
I'm
Yeah,
following.
yeah.
I'm gonna be the smooth uncle at the thing. I'll get your kids and I'll bring them motherfuckers right back,
Yeah.
right back.
you better not leave a single one.
I won't. I got luggage tags on all your kids.
Nah, for real. If I had 20 kids, though, I'd probably start getting them chips and stuff in their head.
What?
And stuff.
Hey,
Nah, I mean, you could just give them an Apple tag.
yeah, on their bag.
yeah.
I'd
Put
probably
it
just give them all a
yeah.
tattoo.
Hey, nah, what you can realistically do is go ahead, talk to the principal, and say your kids got their own special uniforms. Everyone is wearing neon green shirts. So you can tell they have support.
Nigga said,
Looking like
"Yeah,
traffic
green."
rules,
Hey, that's hard though. Hey,
Yeah, you know
that's a
these all
fire
my
idea though.
kids.
Had they with the same color. I feel.
Yeah.
Shit,
Think
keep
about
up
how
with
much
their
money
ass.
you finna spend, bro.
I mean, bro, I wouldn't even be
Prepare
thinking
for
about
that.
all
Just
that
prepare
part.
for that.
Like, I mean, cause
Imagine-
that shit gonna come with it regardless. Like,
Imagine
I feel like as long as you successful or you just bring a residual income in, I feel like you could do it. And then it becomes more
That's the
so
hard
of a,
part, yeah.
it's a mental thing now because the finances is taken care of, and a lot of times the finances be the bigger downfall with a lot of shit.
How are you supposed to cook breakfast for 20 kids?
Nah, bro.
Breakfast,
it's
But you
lunch
gotta
for
have
you ain't
help,
gonna
bro.
have 20 kids at one time though.
Bruh, you will
Well,
at one point. You will.
At
You
one
will,
point,
at
you
one point.
will. I'm saying you're gonna get to that point, but I'm like, you're gonna have so much other help around. So I'm like, I don't think it's gonna be that
I
much.
feel
like
so
a-
sorry for
Bro.
your woman,
Bro,
Teddy.
all you
bad
gotta
part.
do is cook it.
Because you're gonna have a newborn, a 1-year-old, the 2-year-old gonna know how to walk.
Yeah.
The 2-year-old gonna know how to walk by then.
All you gotta
Like,
do is cook in bulk. Like,
Man,
cook a lot of bacon.
man, you better hire a damn chef. Like,
We
some-
gonna
Probably-
need 2 of them. You
I
gonna need
definitely-
Gordon Ramsay and his son.
man, grandma gonna be all in the mix of that though. Like, you got all them kids, man. You know grandma
Hey,
gonna
nah,
help.
on the real though, I probably separate them. All 20 of them
Hey.
can fit in one house, bro. Some of
Hey.
y'all going with y'all grandma.
what about this though? What if? Because first of all, I definitely wouldn't put my woman through that. Her having a baby every single year.
But-
I have another woman and another woman and another woman. That'll also break it down because they got their own families as well.
Nick Cannon.
Shit, this is my.
But now
this
you
my
taking
deal.
care of different
So
households.
you gonna have 20 baby
Nick,
mamas.
No. I ain't gotta have exactly each and every one, but I would have.
Like 4 with one.
Yeah, I probably have like.
2 with the other one.
Yeah.
You know, mix it up. You feel me? Like that way,
Yeah.
you got more of a
Okay,
help
I mean,
for
okay,
everybody.
But the scenario ain't really, it ain't cut for one woman. It just says, yeah,
said 20
Yeah,
kids.
that's what I said. That's why I
Yeah.
came up with
Nah.
that.
I'm
Another
thinking-
new
I'm thinking
perspective. Yeah.
I was
like,
think, but no, I'm thinking because the cheapest way is to
Still
keep it
no.
all in one house. Like, because if you taking care of multiple houses, that's
Yeah.
multiple bills. Like you paying a light bill like 5 times.
And then
Well,
after
also,
that, all the
everybody
baby
helping
mamas
though.
ain't finna be on the same page neither.
but you remember you was talking about a mansion. If you got a mansion with everybody working or doing something to bring in money to the umbrella, the major
But what
umbrella.
he said though, all the women ain't gonna be on.
They
They
ain't
might
gonna
not
be
be on one.
bored.
Hey,
board.
but that's what
They ain't gonna be
that's
working. They
what-
pregnant every
It's
year.
gonna be a good 7 of their ass, but they
Yeah,
not gonna
Hey, that's some real shit.
maternity
No,
leave.
maternity leave for about 4 years.
Hey, but that's where that
Strong.
proper leadership.
yeah, 4 years, boy.
That's where that proper leadership come in at.
Yeah, you right. You
But
right.
yeah, if you leading and you providing,
Yeah.
you shouldn't
Leading
have
their
to worry
ass to
about
the
the
bed.
money.
All
after.
right, so
Yeah,
how you
bro.
gonna do it? How you do it? You gonna get about 5 women? Gonna say 4 apiece?
His shit gonna.
I'm
be
gonna
like,
break it down. You feel me? It's like the damn what's that math tree we used to have? Where that shit break down.
Nah, bro, your shit gonna look like the NBA Finals treatment.
The playoff bracket.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Bro,
gotta do it like
do
that.
it.
You gonna
Shit.
forget like who mama is who. Like I don't know who your mama is, bro.
I feel like if I know I'm finna go into that position, I would instantly
You gotta write.
dedicate myself
That nigga
to
said you gotta
remember.
write
You gotta write it down.
Let's
bro.
see.
You gotta
I'm
make a
gonna have to remember all that shit because think about it. If I got multiple women, that's a completely different connection. So with it being a different connection and a life, you gonna
Hey, bro, stop
gonna
bullshit.
remember that shit.
You
No,
gotta-
you're not.
you gonna
No,
have
you're
that
not.
shit.
No, bro. If you got 20 kids,
Yeah.
you gonna look at your kid and be like, "Oh yeah, I know who your mama is."
You gotta at least have 5 women.
You
I know
not,
your
bro.
mama is.
On the real, bro.
It depends.
You gotta have
bro.
5
I
women.
got a special connection with them and their mama, but bro, I don't know who your mama is.
Yeah.
It's
But
one
I
of
feel
them.
like if I know her and I see the child say, "Oh, you said like what? You said
You
5?
gotta have 5 women because they all
5
got
women,
4
but how
kids.
many kids?
That's
4
4
kids.
That's 4
Okay.
apiece.
I don't feel like that'd be too bad because shit with the 5 women, all you gotta do is remember them. You remember the 5 women, you gonna
The
know
lineage
who look
is
like
that.
who.
Yeah.
You gonna see it.
You better goddamn alphabet that shit
Gotta
up.
hope
What you
they
is?
look like
You gotta have an iPhone too. 'cause
I'm
that's
saying
the
they gonna
only-
look like the mama. They
organization
look
is
like the
key.
mama.
Look, I mean, that's at least I just thought about that on the fly, like just alphabetic, like if this baby mama, all
A's.
yeah, all A's, all B's, C's.
Alyssa, Aiden,
wild, bro.
Akron.
That way,
That's a wild way to try and remember your kids and who they came from.
B.
But you gotta set it. That's just like the business. It gotta start somewhere, cause shit, you gotta create your own piece. You can't just be out there whole winging it. Now.
Yeah.
You can't wing
you
it.
gotta create. Hey, that's
You gotta be
that's a
organized.
logical point though. You gotta create your
Yeah.
own piece.
You gotta
Like, 'cause if
create
you-
your own system.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
You gonna
So,
need one.
Shit.
And every one of them got their own wing in the mansion.
Yeah.
Their own wing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Every 4 people to
A wing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as
Hey.
I have a true connection with all 5 of those women, I
Yeah.
know who mama you is. You feel? I ain't
Oh,
even got
you
a
wanna know
question.
something too though? How their age can like kind of depict on when you met their mama, because like if he's 20, then you know he had to be born back in 2000 whatever, and you know who you met back in 2000 and whatever because
Yeah.
you was with her for a minute.
I mean, I'm seeing her every day. Cause if I'm having kids every single year,
But what if
with
you're not
5
seeing her every
women,
day?
huh?
What if you're not seeing her? Like what if y'all just not
Ain't
on
no
good
way.
terms? You got 20 kids, but they don't.
Oh yeah, I
turn with
feel
their mama.
I feel you. Like if we I feel like
She gotta get out the
like you
mansion.
said with that
Just-
mansion, it'll have to be everybody.
Just thinking about this jump, I'm getting stressed out. For real. Damn, 20
Oh, it's starting to hit now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
Like you got to do a lot
that
of
nigga really
planning
start breaking it
before
down.
you even start having the kids, because like
Yeah.
if you just start having kids and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna name her this, oh yeah, we gonna go move here, and then by the time you get like 7 kids, you're like,
God damn.
damn, bro,
These motherfuckers still coming.
yeah, like this shit getting a little confusing, bro. Like, I thought somebody outside said that.
Hey, that shit did sound like somebody was outside with their own little
Nah,
microphone.
for real, ain't no way, bro.
I'm sick of these damn kids in this damn house.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta go play outside for real.
I'm definitely have some entertainment.
Oh, imagine trying to entertain them. Oh wow, bro, you gotta entertain your
Look,
kids.
you gotta
Ain't
have
no.
a
Yeah.
We gotta have a movie
Puppet
theater
show,
with Blue Air on.
Yeah, niggas at a
Nah.
puppet show.
I just buy a farm and just put some pigs out there. Put some
But they ain't fucking with no damn pigs.
Boy, you
It's hot.
crazy as hell. They'll go out there and tear their ass
on
up.
my mama,
They
but
out here riding on them. like ponies.
Yeah, you got to create some beef.
You need a movie theater with
Got
Bluey
to.
on.
Telling you, man.
That's a lot of fucking kids. Y'all ain't gonna be on TLC, goddamn.
Imagine changing a baby diaper and then had to change another baby diaper, and you just like, didn't I just change it?
Yeah, because they just 1
But
year
it's
apart.
not her. It was the other one.
You gotta have a land.
You probably be
sound like they
changing by what?
twins, goddamn.
Probably changing
Bro.
by what? About 3 diapers at a time at the max.
You gonna give. You probably
But
might
if
get
they-
about 1 or
if
2.
You got
they
a
all
newborn,
look- some of them
1-year-old,
gonna look
2-year-old.
alike. Out of 20 kids, some of them gonna look alike, bro. Like me and my brother was born a year apart. We got the same mom and the same daddy. We look just alike. We not twins, but we was born the same month,
Yeah.
and we look
Yeah.
alike. We was born a year apart.
Yeah.
Like people really think we twins, and we not.
Your best friend is gonna be Huggies. That's gonna be your best friend.
Yeah.
Y'all got a sponsorship bond. You gonna have a lot of. You might well go and buy
Yeah.
stock in
Hey,
it.
look, bro, that's how you flip that,
That
shit.
shit
Though.
is,
That's
yeah.
how you flip that, man. You buy that shit, man. Put a goddamn promotion video together.
Yeah.
All them fucking kids, bro.
All-
You never gotta
Huggies-
buy Pampers.
Man.
Huggies gonna fuck around and sponsor y'all. And look, now that mansion coming in, and I'm like, what's up?
Yeah.
Now who don't want 20 kids now? Y'all better recognize, man.
Hey, that
Yeah.
kid every single year gonna keep. One thing about it though, it's gonna keep your ass
They
hustling.
gonna
You
keep
ain't
you
gonna.
young,
What?
bro.
You ain't gonna ever be off your
Keep you
pivot.
That
boy.
boy gonna have a billboard in his front yard.
You feel me?
Alexander Chenard.
That nigga gonna be a hustling ass man. Boy.
And
Look,
out of 20 kids, bro, you better have a great kid, like a kid who do something like exponentially.
Yeah, out of 20,
Out of
Yeah.
20, bro.
bro, don't be a bunch.
You gotta hit one time.
Bro,
Like
somebody gotta go to
Yeah.
the NBA. Somebody gotta go to the moon.
you gotta be a lawyer,
Somebody gotta hit the lotto.
astrophysicist.
Y'all gotta do something. All y'all can be junkies.
Shit,
Come
I
to
need
like-
about 3 of them to hit the NBA.
What'd you say?
one,
least
you'll
3.
be straight. For real.
Fuck that. I want
Hey,
3.
but look, think about it though. You fuck around and you have them to go on their own lane. Like you got somebody in the NBA, you got somebody boxing, you got somebody
That's
football,
hard.
you got
Oh, that's
somebody
hard.
baseball.
You got somebody doing musicianship. Like
Yeah.
something
But think about
That's
how
so much
hard that
fucking
group
money.
picture gonna be, boy.
Bro, what if that be the kid? What if you have one go to the NBA, but that be the kid who name you forgot?
We fucked up.
What if you had a kid go to the NBA, but that's that one kid who name you forgot out of the 20?
Until he get drafted.
But don't you think that'd be a good way for him to remember if it's a completely
He gonna
different?
remember not to give your ass nothing. That's what he
Why you
gonna
gonna have your
remember.
last name though?
He gonna still remember not to give you nothing.
Nah, bro, you
You
took
gonna
care of
remember
him.
your kid.
You in all your 17.
Yeah, you motivated them, man. You got them to that point. A lot of times, them niggas gonna think they parents towards the beginning when they getting into that shit, cause it's like that's real support. That's real support to have.
Gee. I
But
just-
shit,
you see it in college football all the time, man.
Man, I know I'm sweating right now. It ain't cause it's hot. I'm thinking about these 20 kids.
Yeah.
So I'm low key thinking like, am I starting right now?
Boy,
Like,
glisten.
am I on a journey to 20 kids? Like,
yeah, that's wild.
That shit real, man. But that was scenario question. What would y'all do? Would y'all rather have a kid each year for 20 years or never no kids at all? Leave all them comments in the comment section down below. And up next, we're going to be jumping into topic number 3. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back after this. All right, guys, and we are back. And up next, we got topic number 3 coming up with Ronaldo.
let me see what they're talking about. Uh-oh. All right, this question says, can you see a good woman from first glance?
Read it again.
Can you see a good woman from first glance?
Shut down there. What? Somehow judging a book by its cover?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a way.
Honestly, I would say no.
Yeah.
But
That's-
the reason I would say no is not because like how they look, but more so when you first see somebody, you're not always thinking correctly. Like sometimes you might be horny, or you see her and you think a certain way, and she not really be like that. Like imagine seeing a girl and you're like, oh yeah, she go to church, she drive a Lexus, and then you walk up to her and she ghetto as hell.
Yeah.
She riding in a rink-a-dink. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the assumptions you made about her was wrong.
Yeah.
But you was willing, when you first saw her, you was willing to give her like 2 babies off rip. You was
Off
willing
rip.
to marry her. Like, you was willing to
Shit.
eat her toes.
Yeah.
But then you get to
At
talk
first
to her
glance.
and you just like, nah.
I'm not gonna be able
Yeah,
to do
nah,
it.
I'm good.
Yeah, you really did set your own
I'm fuck with you.
expectations.
I'm a fuck
I'm
with
gonna fuck with you, my boy. Nah, for real. But honestly, that's why, like when I was in high school, when I used to talk to girls and stuff, instead of getting their number, because when you get their number, it kind of forces you to talk to them and stuff.
Make it
Instead of
personal.
getting their number, get their social media. When you get their social media, you see what they post, you see how they act, and all of that can determine if you talk to them or not. So once you kind of check that
Yeah.
out, and you be like, nah, I don't really want to talk to her.
That
But you know that instead of just texting her all day, and now it kind of places an obligation on you to talk to her every day. Because you like, hey, how you doing? I want to get to know you. Y'all talking, and then you ghosting her, or you telling her like, hey, I don't want to talk to you no more. You're not really my type, something like that. Instead of just reading her platform and stuff, and just being like, nah, I'm good. Even though that's kind of more so judging the book by a couple too, but you're getting a insight into her lifestyle. You're seeing what she do on a daily basis, on a regular.
if she's authentic or not. Too.
Right.
Yeah. Hell yeah, boy, that was a dope ass point for sure.
Yeah, because you can always take the because I was even thinking too when you were talking about the social media part. I was like, shoot, like you could even flip it and kind of get both. You can get the phone number, and then when you start texting, hey, what's your social media? You know what I'm saying? What's your Instagram? That way you kind of get both sides. See what you talk about, and I'm gonna see what you show about. You know what I mean? So that way, see where the phoniness is at, stuff like that.
Yeah, you can say something and be doing complete opposite.
Right.
Yeah, you get that personality first, and then you know kind of work your way inside out. But I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say no too, because in these days the good women are standing too close to the hoes, so it's kind of hard to tell. I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
We'll keep it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm happy I ain't in this race no more or whatever, because I'm married. I'm good, but I'm just like, it would be tough if brother was out here scouting, because they way too close. You know, that's why you see some women staying inside now, because they like, man, it's hard for me to, you know what I'm saying, get a good man or such and such whatever if I'm outside all the time, because those men who are outside, you being outside, those men that you see are outside looking for those outside, you know, people. So it's kind of tough, you know what I'm saying, with all of that. But yeah, you never really want to judge somebody like a book by the cover or whatever. So like first glance, I mean, in the times that we live at, just gonna keep it a buck, y'all. Don't come after me trying to cancel the brother or whatever. But I'm just like, judging the book by its cover. You out here thinking like she a hot girl or whatever. You seeing that first glance. Next thing you know, she swinging a bat too, and you both at home. Just keeping it a buck. Sometimes it's like that. Not everybody keep it up front.
Yeah.
You know, not saying that it ain't a problem, because that would be a problem.
It's not safe.
But it's not, you know what I'm saying, for those who don't rock on that path, I'm just saying that could be a problem.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I'm like, not no first glance. Not in 2023, baby.
Set you up real quick, bro.
It's non-binary people out here.
Yeah, and then what you were saying with how the women standing too close to the hoes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times too, some of those same good women, like when they get around those females, they act a certain way and they do certain things, but then when they get from around them, they just like, nah, I'm not like that. I'm not with that.
Right.
It be that like that peer pressure kind of sort of like, hey, but then it's like when you're not there, you just like, oh my god, like you wouldn't post that on your social media.
So disgusted.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You look back and you see that and you just like, yeah, I'm not rocking with that.
It's the
But
vibe.
you still hanging with them because y'all been friends for a long time and you know y'all cool or whatever, but sometimes it's, you know, when you doing right and when you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather flock together, my G.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
they
definitely feel that from the inside.
Yeah, they don't want to be seeming like they the buzzkill.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, that's just how. I mean, it's the same way with guys too. Like if we go out and shit, nigga, we may want to dance, but your homeboy, he posted up and shit. Like, man, look at
But
these
you're supposed
niggas.
to know that before you even go out though, because then you know you should know to not even ask, bro, because you already know how he is.
That
Yeah.
shouldn't matter either way though, because you're supposed to be in tune with yourself. You are who you are. Who doesn't matter who's around you. You're supposed to be yourself 100%. So if you want to dance, fuck it, I'm gonna dance, and I'm gonna do it because I want to do it, and I don't care
But
how anybody else look around me.
but that's why you got different friend groups though, because
That's true.
bruh, you saying you'll never get your vibe killed?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm saying
that's
that definitely
all, yeah,
happens.
that's all.
That
that's
definitely
all.
happens.
I think that's what he was kind of saying. Not more so like I don't want to do it because he don't want to do it, but more so like you not doing it is killing my vibe.
Yeah.
Or you know, you have homeboys that even talk about you like, bro, you doing that? You know,
Two
you
things,
trying to have
yeah.
fun.
That we can-
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You trying to have fun and you really just trying to cut loose. Don't even care what you're doing. You
Or
look
they'll say some
stupid.
shit like, man, that nigga really out there doing that shit,
Yeah, bro. I got a homeboy that's he stay in Texas now, but like me and him, we do crazy stuff. Like let's say we was like walking downtown and we see like a group of girls, we'll be like, hey man, I got the green stuff coming out, man. You think I should go see a doctor? And then like one will be like, nah, bro, don't worry about it, bro. You'll be alright, man. You be like, man, it's though, man. Nah, you good, bro. Like just crazy stuff like that. I know I can do with him, but if I went like you said, I just said that, and you just like whoa, like you know what I'm saying? Random people
My
or
boy wild.
yeah, different friend groups and stuff. They'll look at me like I'm crazy, but he like the only person that I would do it with because you know we feel comfortable with each
understand.
other. we like to be on that funny type of tip,
Yeah.
but everybody else funny might not be our funny.
I'm following what you
So you know what I'm saying? We might be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got that pat. Well, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you know, just on some jokey type shit.
It's
Like,
almost like saying some shit like what's like a good example? Like, I guess like for an example, like you got some dudes who like to say the word they like to call their homeboys like bitch. Like, what up, bitch?
yeah.
Shit like that. But you got some dudes who ain't cool with that shit.
Nah,
But,
at
like,
all.
Don't
At
call
all.
me no bitch. But you know, like you said, those different groups,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
different individuals who like shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So.
Can't stand that shit. Ooh, that's
Nah,
that
that shit
one.
hit.
What up? No, what they say? What up, bitch?
Yeah.
What up, bitch? I'm like, bro, why y'all niggas doing that? Ain't that what women do? That's how I be looking at it.
And you wanna know what's crazy? Sometimes they like that shit and sometimes they don't.
What?
Like,
Yeah.
depending on how you say it.
It's the vibe.
I'd be like, bro, just don't do it at all, bro. Like, if you be like, no, like, hey, hey, bitch, or blah, blah. Like, when they get into it, but then it's, hey, bitch, oh, you look good, bitch. But it's like, bro, if it's kind of like iffy sometimes, then just don't do it at all. Because you kind of never know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they could be on some slick talking type shit and you don't even know it. Because y'all use that language all the time.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I be trying. I be loving to encourage my female friends when they be like, bitch. I be questioning them, like, you know, why do you do that? Like, how do you feel about that? Do you know what it really is? You know, it's a female dog, right? Like, are you doing it just because that's what's hip? That's what all the women are saying. Is used to, it's used as a way of endearment. Or to uplift another woman or some shit. But I'm like, bruh, like, y'all don't understand that shit is not a good representation for women, black women especially.
Yeah. Especially 7:00 in the morning at a high school lunch table.
Bro,
Oh,
people used to be up with
Like,
so
bro.
much energy.
Bro, I just got here, bro. I'm trying to eat. I don't even fast for real, but y'all really going crazy in here right
They
now, bro. Like,
they
calm down.
fighting at 7 in the
Yeah.
morning.
I'm not even mad at 7 in the morning, bro.
The engine's still cranking up here. Like,
I just want to eat and go to class, man. I ain't got no beef with nobody at 7:00 in the morning.
in the morning.
I ain't even ate lunch yet, bro. I'm hungry.
What you say?
I guess that was from that Friday.
Hey,
I'm gonna get your ass on Monday.
bro. You should have got me Friday after school, bro. I ain't get that on Monday.
I ain't even
They
got
really used to do
They
that.
ain't got the energy to get you. Like,
Yeah, but they really used to set up times to
Yeah.
meet me at 3:00 over there by the mini gym. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm finna go home, bro.
I'm gonna beat your ass on Monday. Like, you got the whole weekend
Nah, for
thinking
real.
like, man, this.
I'll see you after school.
Hey, look, you at home doing push-ups over the weekend. Shit, think you finna
What?
get stronger.
but
Do a little montage.
And then look, the peer pressure gonna come in the class and gonna be like, hey, you know Dante said he gonna slap you with
You
that lunch
literally
right?
know it's coming. Like, you literally know it's coming, bro.
People be messing for.
Tell
they
them,
gonna let your
oh,
ass
bro,
know.
if you go home, bro, they gonna, bro, you pussy, bro, if you go home, bro.
Hey, bro, you remember back in the day, like middle school and shit, when like you know you about to fight or some shit, or you got beef with somebody, and then you start singing a song that resembles the beef. Like, I remember that Rich Homie Coin song. You like, I ain't never been a fuck nigga.
Yeah.
Ain't never-" Like, you know, you just start saying that shit and you just be like, hey, see a pussy nigga, shoot a fuck nigga, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And you know, like you let them know you got animosity without like telling them, but you just singing the song like, yeah, you know I'm talking about you.
I'm following you.
You know I'm talking about you, bro.
brings up hood PTSD.
PTSD.
Yeah, it does. Like singing that song, just feeling the vibes of being around that type of energy
Yeah.
brings up PTSD, like post traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
Just dealing with, just hearing that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I get the vibes. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
I'm following. All right, man, and that was topic number 3. You want to read that question one more time, Ronaldo?
Yeah, if I can find it. Let me see. Can you see a good woman from first glance?
Can you see a good woman for first glance? Leave all them comments in the comment section down below. And up next, we're going to be jumping into the bright side. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Bright side, bright side. You are just now getting the chance to meet your father, but he passes away shortly after. You're just now getting the chance to meet your father, but he passes away shortly after. How do you look on the bright side of that?
At least I met my father. That's like, I guess, one of the biggest bright sides I guess I can give on that. A lot of kids don't even, unfortunately, don't even get a chance to probably even meet their father. Probably don't even really get a chance to sit down and really have a conversation with them. Things like that. Probably never even get a chance to even see what they look like. So the fact that I was able to see my father, was able to talk to my father, have a conversation with my father, probably was able to, learn some things from my father, probably gather some type of knowledge, some type of something. I know it's going to be something I'm going to cherish from my father, being that I know I just met him and he was gone within that time frame. I try to just try to hold on to whatever I felt like I learned from him and just try to keep that going. That's like the biggest bright side. The fact that I met him, you know, the fact that I talked to him, I saw him.
What was the time frame of which he died? Was it
Shortly,
like that day, or?
Well, I guess it could
Because it kind of depends. Because if you just met him that day, it's like you have no type of attachment. You have no type.
Well, a little while after.
Okay, well.
Yeah, that's why I say short. Like, you know, when you first get to meet somebody that you know you should have met a long time ago.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're gonna have some sort of excitement.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of questions too.
Yeah, most
like,
definitely. But it's just then that adrenaline and all that shit, you're gonna be curious as hell to know a lot.
So I guess it all kind of depends on the conversation. But I think the bright side would be just being able to have a conversation. Because like you said, he could have been and died before I met him, and I never talked to him. I don't know what he sounded like. I don't know what he looked like. I don't know how he dressed.
Yeah.
I don't know how he met my mama.
Right.
My mama could tell me one thing. I seen her walking. She bent over, and I was like, hey. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it could have. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
I'm following.
Yeah, but and also just knowing who he is and about him, his personality, that type of stuff really stick with you for the long run. Because if he kind of come off as a good person or a great person, and you just like, damn, bro, I wish I would have met him a long time ago. It makes you want to be there more. You know, wishing you had more time and stuff like that. If he was just like an average Joe, he didn't really do much. You know, he sit around, smoke and drink all day. Then he just like, I could have not met him. I would have been okay if I didn't meet him. But you know, I think just knowing that he had a good personality, a good outlook on life and stuff like that, I think that'd be a bright side for me.
I'm following you.
I think the biggest bright side that I see out of it is just closure. Because sometimes, depending on the situation, it can be good or not good. And so the fact that you're getting closure from the situation in whatever form that might be, it's the only bright side that I can ever see you getting up out of this encounter, is that. And hopefully the terms of this closure is good. Yeah. But that's the only bright side, honestly, for me, that I see you getting from it.
I'm following, and I think that's a great word you put on it, like closure. It's like a neutral answer. You know what I mean? It ain't like something that's too excited or nothing that's too down. It's like you're getting closure. Like that's a logical. I like that. Yeah, that was it.
You're gonna feel hella good after. It's gonna make you feel better about a lot of things. It's almost like getting a monkey off your back that you never even knew was there.
Yeah,
that's true.
All them unanswered questions getting answered.
Yeah, that's just crazy how much you can learn about yourself from your parents. Yeah, because it took like a road trip with my dad in order for me to learn just a lot about the way I am and why I am that way. I mean, I learned like, okay, yeah, I might deal with acid reflux because my dad told me certain foods he couldn't eat while we was out there on the trip, and I was like, damn, when I eat that, I sure do kind of feel that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like we in the car jamming out to some tunes, this man singing songs and he's singing in certain keys. I was like, damn, that kind of works for me too.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you being around your parents also help you figure out little traits about yourself that you have.
Yeah.
And also can unlock some places that you need to heal in order to keep generational curses from following you. Yeah. So being around your parents would also open your eyes to some of the things that you see in the family that you could try to help fix. Because remember, like we said earlier in the podcast, you can't see it sometimes when you're in it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that was I could relate to that too. Piggybacking off of what you said when you were saying you can learn a lot from knowing who your parents are, because that's like with my father. Like I never realized how much of a passionate person my father was until I actually got older and started having real conversations with him. Like I like, dang, I probably really get my passion from my father. Like I see how his drive is about certain things. Like whenever he get excited, he just get to talking, get to rambling. I do that too, and I'm like, wow, I never would have realized that had I not would have probably really opened up to my father the way I have. So like me and my father now, like we can have like long conversations. I can sit on my phone with my dad for like hours. But back then when I was like just getting out of high school, it's like straight to the point. You know, what's up? Nothing. Yeah, I'm straight. All right, bye.
That's how your life probably was. It was boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Because in high school, that's how they do you. Especially at the last year, you got deadlines. Yeah. You got things.
I was going to say, maybe that was just a high school thing. I think a lot of us was like, not as far as like being on the phone, it's being on the phone with your parents. Because like, what we got to talk about? I'm going to see you when I get home.
Yeah.
Like, leave me alone. I want to talk to my girl or something.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's like I'm just sounding like far as like just like opening up like to my father, like just like
Yeah.
you know, just kind of like just telling him a little more like just about what's going on, like things that I like think about, things I feel like I emotionally go through. Like I had a conversation with my father and I told him that like, you know, I felt like even though I've grown up and I know I'm an adult, I pay bills at my own house, stuff like that, I still feel like it's ways when I don't feel like I'm actually carrying myself like as a man, like, you know what I mean, like, and I feel like I probably, I went to him, we talked to him about it, you know what I mean. I'm like, he my father, so I'm like, I don't know who else to turn to but him. You know what I mean? So kind of like stuff like that. Like that's something that I wouldn't have went to when I was younger. You know what I mean? But being that I actually opened up to him about it, I was able to actually have a deeper conversation with my father that I realized like, oh shit, like you kind of felt that way too when you was about my age. Okay, damn, okay, I see what you're
And
saying.
it probably would have helped if he would have came to you at that age, that high school age, and try and get you to open up to him at that age. You know, because
Yeah.
a lot of times they just they be like, oh, they're just high school, they're just teenagers.
Yeah.
Let them be them. But I think with the mentorship and trying to actually get to know your kids and stuff, that'll help kind of guide them through life, and they won't have a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah.
Because you didn't feel like you could open up to your dad in high school. Why not? Did you feel like it was because you was a man or you was a
No,
dude?
it was
or?
really because like with my mama, she kind of set that tone for me to like open up.
Yeah.
Versus from my father, it was
Yeah, he
more of
didn't
like
do
he was more logical.
Yeah.
He was more like man,
That's
you
it.
don't need to worry about that. My mama, she would let me, embrace my emotions, let me allow to feel what I feel. So it was easy for me to go to her. I went to my mom for everything. Like even when it was time to go outside, I couldn't stay on my mom and be like, go ask your daddy. Daddy, I can go outside. He sit there for about 30 minutes. Yeah. Man, I be sweating, but I be like, damn, I thought he was gonna say no. Shit,
Yeah.
should just said no by now. But it's just like little stuff like that. Like my dad, he was just always a logical person. Like even like my mom, hey mama, can I go get some juice? Go on there, go get it. Hey daddy, can I go get some juice? Go get some water. I don't want no water. Well, you ain't thirsty then. Shit like that. You know what I mean? So it kind of that hindered me to be like,
Yeah.
damn, my dad is kind of mean.
Yeah, certain things he
you know?
did made it seem like you couldn't open up to him.
Yeah.
So when in actuality you could.
I really could have. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because when I started doing it, he was an open book.
Yeah.
He was an open. It's like as if like I was just waiting on you. You know what I mean? So
but
I'm
you
like,
don't know that he waiting on you.
exactly. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like I just had to take that leap of faith and just be like, let me speak what's on my heart.
But
Speak
in
what's on
high
my
school,
mind.
it don't seem that important though. Like
Yeah.
in high school, you just like, man, I ain't really.
It's like
I figured out myself.
yeah, I'm like it's easy with
figured out.
mama, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go through mama until
You haven't lived life though at that point in high school. You really haven't. So
Yeah.
some of the questions that you have now is because you live life.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
the reason why you're able to ask your father some of these things, because you have. Now you and your father really have real things to talk about.
Yeah.
But he really should have, like he said, came and talked to you, but it was toxic masculinity at that point in time that kept him from talking to you. Because in that point in time, like when it comes to just men thinking in general, like you said, men think more logically, women think more emotionally and off of impulse, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why you felt that your mama showed you that, because she had that feelings of emotions and things, and seeing that in you. Your father at that point in time really wasn't in tune with him. You don't even know the character and growth development that he had to lead him to this point to create that vulnerability to be able to have that with you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's growth always happening on both ends.
True.
So we don't even know what both of you seen.
Yeah.
But it's a great thing that this has happened. It just shows an effect that in these times, people are more vulnerable, are leading more with their feelings. That's why a lot of people get more, they get more a little ticked off, or they're more sensitive now in this area because we're more knowledgeable about our feelings now, and we care a little bit more. But it's a blessing that you're able to be able to talk to your family, your dad about that, and hopefully if you have kids, and you realize now that I need to try to open that gate early.
Yeah.
Rather than later. Because think about all of the ass whoopings that you would have avoided from life had you had these conversations with your father early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You just got to remember to do that. Like everybody gonna open up. Like you say you'll do it, but then it's like you kind of forget that you was a kid once, and you kind of forget everything that you went through. And when they going through it, you acting just like how your parents was.
Yeah.
But then if you like sit and think about it, you just like, hey, I was doing that same shit.
Yeah.
Why, and then you start thinking about why was I doing that, and then that's when you try and introduce that floor to them and be like, hey, man, you want to talk? I literally already lived your life. I went to the same high school. We living in the same house that I was staying in when I was little. So, bro, just you know what I'm saying? We talk about it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's why I definitely feel like like what Rock was saying, bro, we definitely have to be able to. That's like a curse in itself as well, too, because even way back then, men were still not so much of expressive, or it was just actions.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Women got the. That's why we feel like we can be so open with our women behind closed doors because they make that room available for vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
And you just feel like, shit, I can express myself. I can let all this shit out that I deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We gonna always go home from work or from wherever. Got anything that causes us to be tense or upset. We gonna let all that shit out to them, cause shit, they gonna make it available for us.
That's if you have a good woman, because
True.
if you don't, it creates a version of a man that nobody, not even you, would want to see. You become cold, you become standoffish the minute that she used the vulnerability that you gave her against you to attack you. It creates this being that nobody should ever have to deal with. You'll become a version of yourself that you have never known before, and if you looked in the mirror, you wouldn't even be able to relate to because of something like that. So it's very important to also vet the person that you with.
That's facts, but you remember what I was saying earlier. To do it early on in the relationship, when you feeling that person and you see a future with them, go ahead and do it, because if they are going to use it against you, they going to do it. If they going to do it in the beginning, they'll do it in the end. So it's just a matter of time when they going to do it.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and open up to them anyway, because they going to do it regardless.
That's true.
If they want to do it, they going to do it.
Yeah.
But once you see that, it's up to you to get her up out of there. You got to get her up out of that position to turn you into that person that you don't want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's what that's
it's women
self-love.
out there.
Yeah.
It's women out there that's not gonna do that.
Yeah,
But the women that you've encountered have all did that, and so now men are just like, I ain't opening up to no women, bro. But then when you don't open up to them, you see how people be acting.
In real time.
Yeah, for real.
In real time. But parenting
Zach.
in real time is a real thing.
Still going.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, that's on.
Yeah, parenting in real time is a real thing, though. It's like, I see it in my nephew, you know, like, I do a lot with my nephew. I feel like I'm one of the father figures in his life, and he'll tell you that, too. And, like, I've seen the pathway open up for him just like it did for me, all the way down to he's at the same college I went to, on the same drum line that I was on the same drum that I played on. That's the similarity of life that he's living right now. And, like, I'm looking and I talk to him constantly. I open the floor for him because I want to be the person to him that I never had. And that's another thing, though, in real time that men need to think about, too. I need to be that person to myself that I never had. So you got to be able to speak life into yourself, too, as much as your kids. Because if you're not together here, you ain't going to be able to be together for them.
Yeah.
So that's why I took this healing journey for myself so personal. And I tried to do it to the utmost of my ability, not just for myself, but for my nephew, all of my nephews, my nieces as well, you know, for my family. Hell, sometimes I got to be there for my sisters in ways my dad can't. Be that because he hasn't went down the healing journey that I went down.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do feel like I'm the arc of my family, because I'm changing the way that we think and the way that we operate in order to create that culture of togetherness and being there for each other. So, like, in order for you to parent in real time, you have to parent on yourself first. Yeah. And that way, it'll really help with you and your family dynamic.
Yeah, because when you have people opening up to you, you don't want to just be judging them without an answer. Because then they're going to be like, why did I even do that? Yeah. That was the problem with our dads and our parents back in the days. Like, you come to them and you tell them your problem, and all they do is just
insult you.
Yeah, you know, they just going crazy on you, just like, bro.
Oh, boy, you just this. Oh,
you know
boy,
what I'm
you
saying?
Yeah.
Dismissal.
It's like, are you even listening to me? Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Man, stop all that damn crying.
Because it's almost like they treat you like you don't even know what you're really talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you know you're living that right now.
Yeah.
Bro, this junk just happened at school. I'm telling you right now. And they just like, hey, man, go on about your day, bro. It ain't nothing. And you just like, bro, it's something to me.
It's almost like they feel like, or it's almost like a thought like maybe they don't think like, you don't understand exactly what you're probably going through yet, so I ain't even finna go down that road with you. You know, I'm just gonna tell you it's this, and just tell you leave it alone.
But
You
it's
know what
like
I'm saying?
when something is the utmost important to you, and they treat it like it's a smudge.
Yeah.
They have to, as a parent, sometimes you have to pretend that what your child is going through is important, even though you know it's not. Like your daughter, somebody broke up with your daughter in high school, and they crying their eyes out, and you just like, bro, it's high school, like that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
But for them, that's everything. Like, bro, that's their first heartbreak. That's they, so you got to treat it like
the journey you was just on.
right.
Yeah.
So you have to
Yeah,
treat it like it's not. You're not on that journey no more. You're 32 and you done had 4 relationships.
Yeah.
So now that ain't nothing to you. But you got to remember how that first one went.
How that shit,
You gotta remember how that first
when
one
you was
ended.
there.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
remember how that one went, and then you gotta let your daughter know, hey man, this is all right. Come on, let's sit down. Let's create this space. Let's talk about this. I'm gonna treat it like it's like you voting for the president or something.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta treat it like it's more important than it actually is, even if you don't feel like it is. But for your kids' sake, and for if you want them coming to you and telling you certain things and stuff like that, the stuff that they find very hard to say, you gotta make it seem important.
Because if you don't, they're gonna go to somebody else.
Yep.
True.
And now you're gonna be completely out of the loop. Now little Lucy's pregnant, and all her friends know, but you don't know.
Yeah.
And also, when you do things like this, it creates people pleasers, because these kids now want to make sure that they friends and the people around them don't feel like how you make them feel.
Right.
And they feel like, oh well, I can take the brunt of it. I've been through it, and so I don't want them to feel like that. So let me just add all this extra stress and this extra weight on myself, because I don't want my friends to feel like that. And now your kids are overextending themselves to things. They're putting themselves in uncomfortable situations in order for others to feel the best around them. They're getting used and abused, all because you didn't show them boundaries and you didn't show them love.
Yeah.
Now they getting manipulated, gaslighted, because that's all you ever shown them by not considering their feelings.
Yeah.
And now it's going to take a whole bunch of therapy, stripping down, for them to get to a point in life to where they're not comfortable with themselves.
Exactly. But man, boy, y'all speaking on this podcast,
God, man. I'm like, shit, I ain't got nothing to say.
They dropping some gems up in here, man.
You feel me?
Hey, and that was the bright side, man. You want to run that question one more time?
Bright side. Oh yeah, bright side, cause we went off so
Man.
deep with the shit.
Hey.
But yeah, bright side, man. You just now meeting your father, but he passes away shortly. How do you look on the bright side of that?
Leave all them comments in the comment section down below. And once again, that was another episode of the So Soft With It podcast. Yes, sir. Each and every Friday on South With It ENT. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. How y'all feel, fellas? Y'all felt good on the show?
Oh yeah, man. I had a great time, man. I loved it, every bit of it. It's great to be around like-minded men. You know what I'm saying? Everybody focused on something, got goals. We all striving for something, and we all a village to each other.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just happy that we are together, and we're gonna continue to keep this going. And I'd love to be a guest whenever y'all need me.
Yeah. Welcome to the family, bro.
Welcome to the
Yes,
family.
sir. Yeah, man. I really enjoyed this. And even though we filming this right now, I feel like it's somebody who watching this and they done took at least 2 or 3 things from this podcast. Like,
Yeah.
they watched this video and just like, bruh, that's what I've been saying. And it's been nobody saying it as far as like in the world and stuff. Everybody being quiet and stuff. But I feel like we probably just said something.
Yeah, that's definitely why we creating. We got this platform going on to bring like-minded people, because at the end of the day, we like in the shadow because there's so much ignorance out in the spotlight. But now that we got a platform where we all can actually come together as a community, as a village, and it make, like you said, people who watching it, they learn something. They like, damn. If anything, they may feel confirmed on what they've been thinking.
Yeah.
But because of the people that may just be around them not thinking like them, they feel alone.
Yeah.
They don't have those like-minded people, you know what I mean? Opening up their perspectives, stuff like that.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's sharing their own perspectives. That's why we want to also be able to let this trickle at home through the TV screen, through the phone. You feel me? We want people to be able to think like, shit, okay, I got my perspective. You know, because we horrible with communication, a lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Especially family members. We don't want to understand each other.
Yeah.
So hopefully this platform will be able to allow people to take how we do things in an organized way with communication at home So now that shit, people like shit. What's the now when something happened, they thinking, oh shit, the bright side. So South with the podcast. You feel me?
Yeah.
They're like,
Think about the
damn,
bright
what's the,
side.
yeah, what's the bright side of this shit? You know, that way it keep everybody in a from at a positive standpoint.
Yup.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man.
Positivity will lead the way.
Yeah.
Take
All
it,
right.
use it, grow from it, please.
Y'all heard it, man. Off the rock, Ronaldo. So South With It Podcast, episode 28. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to South With It ENT. And make sure y'all, if y'all want to catch us each and every week, be sure to hit that bell so you get a notification each time we go up.
This is the one and only Members Only.
And this is your boy Breaking News.
And this is So South With It Podcast.